It's after the hour of 12 noon. It is a Thursday, March 17th, 1988, St. Patty's Day, I think. Yeah, it is St. Patty's Day. Lassiter with you on the Talk of Tampa Bay, WFLA, until 4 p.m. First of all, a bit of business, if I may. Carl Grossman had been announced as my guest. He has been rescheduled to the 4 o'clock hour. He has written the book, Nicaragua, the Next Vietnam. Okay, let's get right down to business. Hi there, suckers. How you doing, suckers? Well, the big guy up there is doing it to you again, huh? Another blowhard show of bravado designed to save his tired, disgusting old face while playing with other people's lives. And he's got you all whipped up into a frenzy. Oh, war, kill, kill, war, kill, kill. Yes, indeed. Tell you what we're going to do. We're not going to trouble you very much this afternoon with the truth or with logic or with reason. We will just very briefly, just for the record, go through some facts, and then it is just 4 hours of fantasy. So let's deal with these facts and get them out of the way so nobody will have to be troubled with it, okay? First and foremost, the government of Nicaragua is a legitimate government. A legitimate government even to the point of being recognized as such by the United States government. That is a fact. No, I repeat, no state of war exists between the United States and Nicaragua, nor has any been contemplated, nor has any been asked for, although acts of war have been perpetrated by the United States against the sovereign nation of Nicaragua. That is a fact, period. Nicaragua, no matter what you want to say, is not a Marxist-Leninist nation. It may be led by a man who professes a strong belief in Marxism and Leninism, but the nation of Nicaragua is not a Marxist-Leninist nation. You are free to own your own home. You are free to own your own business. You are free to start up a business. You are free to sell it. You are free to come and go. There is an opposition party in Nicaragua, and it has members in the legislature or parliament, whatever they call it. That is a fact. There is freedom of religion in Nicaragua. The churches are open. That is a fact. And no matter what my colleagues want to say, no matter what kind of misinformation they wish to force on you, it is not a Marxist-Leninist nation. Period. I heard one of my colleagues say that there was no freedom of religion, and that there was no freedom of the press in Nicaragua. I would challenge my colleague to open up a newspaper in Tampa tomorrow and call for the violent overthrow of the United States government and see how long he had freedom of the press. I would challenge him to put on a cleric's suit of clothing and go into a church on Sunday and climb up into the pulpit and call for the violent overthrow of the United States government and see how much freedom of religion he had. But let's continue on with the facts. The Contras, or as some people like to call them, the freedom fighters, were conceived, recruited, organized, funded, and directed by the Central Intelligence Agency of the United States of America. It is not, it never has been, nor is it now, a spontaneous freedom movement. It is anything but. That is a fact. The administration, the Reagan administration, has lied, deliberately misled, and even broken the law. And their support for the so-called freedom fighters, and that is a fact. Nicaragua is not a threat to United States security, period, and that is a fact. The war against the Sandinistas with the Contras, and the Contras are nothing more than surrogate U.S. soldiers, is unwinnable, and that is a fact. The so-called freedom fighters, or Contras as the case may be, are primarily made up of 4 or 5 major groups, not one of whom agree with each other. They are not in disagreement over democracy, because they have no interest in democracy. They are in disagreement over who will control and who will have the power should they be victorious. That is another fact. Here is still another fact. You couldn't care less about Nicaragua. That's a fact. And all of this has been proven to you time and time and time and time and time again. Okay, boys and girls, tell you what I'm going to do. All right. Oh, this is the part of the show you're going to love. I'm going to help you. That's right, boys and girls. I'm going to help you in this grand and glorious crusade to eradicate communism in one of those countries down there. I'm going to help you. Because I do think, after listening to you for all of these months, I do indeed think that the time has come. Oh, has the time ever come that all of you who refuse to be intellectually honest with yourselves should start to pay the price for it. You should start to pay the price with your own kids and your own nephews and your own grandchildren, even your own hide if you're one of the neoconservative Reagan youths. Yes, indeed, I think you should start to pay the price. And I want to help you. I want to do everything in my power. I want to do everything in my power to get your kid down there and have his little head blown off. To get your nephew down there and have his leg taken off. To get your grandchild down there and have him come back a basket case. I want to help. And I think the best way to help you do this is to start out with a chant. What do you think about that, huh? Let's start out with a chant. Something really catchy and cute like, kill the Spicks, okay? Come on, here we go. Kill the Spicks. Kill the Spicks. Kill the Spicks. Come on, chant along. Kill the Spicks. Kill the Spicks. Kill the Spicks. Kill the Spicks. Oh, that's great. Well, now that we've got you in the mood, I'll tell you what. I'm going to turn over the program to you. I want you to sit there and call up on the telephone right there, and I want you to spread misinformation. I want you to whip up some patriotic furor out there so that the kids will come running out of the schools this afternoon, and instead of going to the malt shop or going down to the drug dealer, whatever it is that they do when they get out of school these days, they will run down and sign up to kill and to be killed in this new, great, glorious campaign in that country down there. It doesn't make any difference what it's called. I want you to feel free to question the loyalty and the patriotism of anybody who disagrees with you. I want you to call for them to go back to Russia. I want you to spread lies. You know, feel free to call up and say things like, I'll bet that Carolyn has pictures of Gorbachev on her walls. Even though you don't know Carolyn, nor do you even know where the hell she lives. That's okay. It's no problem, baby. I want you to help divide the nation. I want you to rip families apart over this. I want you to set father against son, brother against brother, over yet another stupid, unwinnable situation that you're too damned lazy or too damned arrogant to bother to find anything out about. I don't want you to be troubled by that, friends and neighbors. No, I don't. I want you to wax eloquently or just rant and rave. I want you to spew venom all over the place. I want you to do your best to whip up sentiment for your cause. War and killing, and it don't make no difference why. I want you to be able to say stupid things like, boy, I sure do hope they give them bullets this time, not like they did over in Lebanon. Or I want you to feel free to say stupid things like, yeah, if it was up to me, I'd go in there and level the place. That would bring back democracy and help the poor people. I want you to feel free to say stupid things like, well, we did it once in Grenada. We can do it there, too. I want you to feel free to say those things without any fear. Without any fear whatsoever of it being pointed out that you're saying stupid things. It won't be. No, because I'm here to help you. I am truly here to help you today. I want to help you because it's obviously the only way of getting to you. So if it takes 5, 10, 15 years of war and 50 or 60,000 of your kids to point out to you the folly and stupidity of this, hey, so be it, you know? I don't have any kids. I'm not sweating it. I'm too old and fat to go myself. So let's hear it out there. Let's hear it for our latest great adventure down there in Central America. I want you to be loose with your verbiage. Use words like invasion, national security, patriotism, democracy, whatever you think it's going to take. And I'm going to tell you, it's kind of like Arlo said, if you want to kill babies and start a war, you've got to scream real loud. Because You've got to drown out reason and logic. If you don't, you just might be overruled by truth and justice, and you sure wouldn't want that to happen now, would you? Now, maybe we could get some pimply-faced kids out there to call in and say how much they'd like to go down there to Nicaragua and restore democracy. Or maybe we could get some grannies. Oh, that would be great. Some grannies that would call up and say things like, I want to send Johnny, my little Johnny down there to fight the commies. I don't care if he gets killed. I'll get a flag out of it. Or maybe some of you old vets could call up and say things like, well, I was in the First World War, but I'll tell you, if they called me, I'm ready to go again. I'm ready to go. Yeah, some whatevers. You know, whatever you want to do, it'll be great. It'll just be a fun afternoon, a fantasy. I'd like you to call up and tell us what you'd like to do to Nicaragua. Huh? I want you to be specific, to be detailed. Tell us just what you would do to drive them commies out of that place. Use your imagination. The big bomb. Maybe some laser-guided tanks. Ooh. Maybe some cruise missiles strategically placed. It'll be fun, won't it? Ooh. Get chills just thinking about it. I'll bet you do too. So, without any further ado, because like I said, I'm here to help you today. I want to start this war. I want to get it on with, hopefully before the show is over. Maybe we can whip up enough sentiment in the area that people will start calling the White House in droves, chanting on the phone, kill the Spics, kill the Spics. I want to get this war going. I mean, we've been farting around with this damn thing now for 7 years, and it's high time that we do something about it because, holy cow, the administration is almost over, and there just isn't hardly enough time for a good war if we don't get down to business right away, and I am here to help you. I want to start this war for you. I want to get this war on. So let me give you the telephone numbers. WAR, isn't it? Oh, darn. Well, anyway, that's the situation. Don't worry. Nobody's going to point out any stupid things that you say. We're only going to help you. We want to help you get this war going. Want to be Dan in St. Petersburg. Dan, you're on the air at WFLA.
Yes, I've been listening to all your innuendos.
Innuendo?
I'd like to express one thing.
Innuendo? No innuendo,
yes,
Dan.
You listen to me, brother.
I beg your pardon, Dan. I have made no innuendo.
You have been making accusations. Hold on, and listen.
There goes Dan. Unfortunately, Dan doesn't understand that it's the Bob Lassiter show. Dan is, of course, free to call back in the future when he learns to be polite and not try to tell me how to run my show. And no innuendo, Dan. I'm as serious as I can be. I want this war, baby. I want this war, Dan, because I want your grandbaby. I want your grandbaby down there, Dan. I'm tired of playing games with you people. I'm tired of trying to reason and have logical discussions with you people. No, baby. I am serious, Dan. I want it, man. I want it now. I want to kill, and I want to have you down there, Dan, or your kids or your grandkids. I can't wait, Dan. I'm on your side, baby. I'm with you all the way to wherever it is. Mike in St. Petersburg, you're on the air at WFLA. Oh, Mikey hung up. Dave in Palm Harbor, you're on the air at WFLA. What's the matter, Dave? Don't you want to have war?
Mama?
Yeah, there you go.
I'm a World War II vet. I fought with the 96th Division.
Great.
On Okinawa and Lady.
Mm-hmm.
And it's high time old men stop sending young kids to be killed, I think.
No, Dave. No. It's time. It's time.
No, it's not time.
Oh, yeah, it is, Dave.
War, I didn't say this, but war is hell.
Mm-hmm.
I went through 83 days of Okinawa, and I can tell you, it's not a picnic. There's no picnics out there. And I don't know why they have to jump up and go right in now. We have a country down there in Central America, Costa Rica, does army. And the president of there says, let's give peace a chance. The man doesn't have an army. We got...
Well, it's none of his damn business, Dave.
Huh?
It's none of his damn business. Well, if we want to have a war there in Central America, that's our business. That's right. It's none of his damn business.
Some information. How many times has the as the Sandinistas gone across the...
Doesn't make any difference. Doesn't make any difference. We just want a good war down there, so I think we ought to get on with it right away.
When the President Reagan sent troops to Lebanon, they had rifles but no ammunition?
And we've already got it in swing called Veterans and Volunteers for Nicaragua because we want to get it on. Things are so damn dull here in Tampa that it's not even funny. I mean,
all right, that's the kind of talk I like to hear.
You got it, baby.
Oh, come on, let's kill and be killed.
Kill or be killed. Hey,
no, kill and be
do
killed.
Or die, buddy.
That's right. I mean, we've been fighting around with this long enough.
That's right. I mean, let's get off our dead asses and quit procrastinating.
That's right. That's right. I mean, if we get a new administration in there, they might not want to have a war, so let's do it now.
Let's grind it out 6 or 7 years and then nuke, then consider nuke.
Oh, come on. I like that kind of talk. Come on, Steve, lay it on me.
Listen,
get excited. Oh, the goosebumps are building up on my arms.
Hey, can you dig it?
Oh, I can dig it.
Hey, anybody interested in this can drop me a line anytime. I mean, we're...
All right.
We're dead serious about this.
You better believe it. You better believe it.
Kill
the Spics. Kill the Spics. Kill the Spics.
Right. We're looking kill the Spics. We're looking for high school graduates, but anybody who drops out will consider up to 16 years old.
All right.
Grannies,
call up and volunteer your grandchildren. Hurry.
I don't
Be the
know what
first
they
on
do.
the show.
Maybe they can mend socks or something. But let's quit pissing around. Let's do it. I mean,
that's right.
No games this time. Let's get in there and get it done.
That's right. All this talking, nobody's dying while we're doing all this talking.
So all you people out there, get off your dead asses. Come on, let's get the bandwagon rolling.
You got it, Steve. Thank you, my friend. Oh, that's the kind of call I like. All right. Come on, Granny. You be the first one on the show this very afternoon to call up and volunteer your Johnny or your Billy for service to the country. Oh, what a great patriotic cause to go down there and restore democracy where it has never been before. But I'm sorry, I'm getting involved in facts here. I said I wouldn't do that, didn't I? Merle hung up. 2 lines available. If you want to kill babies and start war, you gotta talk loud. Bill in Pinellas Park. Bill, you're on the air, WFLA.
Yeah, how you doing?
Fine.
I'm ready to go to war. I drop the H-bomb on him and then go over to Panama City and take care of him.
Okay, that's the kind of talk we like to hear, Bill. That'll restore democracy, won't it?
That's right.
That's
I'm
right.
ready to go to fight.
Okay, when are you going to sign up, Bill?
Next week.
Next week. What's the matter with today, Bill?
Okay, thank you.
What's the matter with today, Bill? Come on, Bill.
I'm ready to go today.
Well, why are you going to wait till next week to sign up? Come on, let's do it now. We've been fighting around, man, all this time. You're putting it off.
I'll take you down there with me and we'll both go.
No, Bill, I'm too old and fat. Sorry, I'm not going.
Okay, I'll take care of it.
But I want to help you to go, Bill. I really do. I want to see to it that you get your chance to fight in a grand and glorious war in the jungles and mountains of Nicaragua.
Sounds like a vacation. I'm ready.
Yeah, it sure does. That's right. They shoot back with bullets made out of cotton.
Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah, okay, Bill.
Thank you very much.
All right, there's another blowhard. Ellen in St. Petersburg. Ellen, you're on the air, WFLA.
Yeah. I think we need to go down there and get them.
That's right. Come on, Ellen. That's right.
I don't have anybody else to send down. I lost 3 in my family in the war, so I don't have any more. But I think that we ought to take all these...
Couldn't you adopt?
Drop out yellow bellies and send them down there to fight for us.
Ellen, couldn't you adopt some more?
No, I can't. I'm too old.
Damn.
That's right. But I think we need to take all the yellow bellies that are left in the country.
Do you have any nephews, Ellen?
They're gone, too. I lost them in the wars for these yellow bellies.
Yeah.
That's it. Goodbye.
Okay, bye-bye, Ellen.
All of South America, then we should nuke Russia, and then we should nuke ourselves. Just blow ourselves off to the face of the map.
Okay, that's real smart talk. Bob in Pinellas Park, you're on the air, WFLA.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you today? I think you're on the right...
Hello. Hello.
I think you're on the right side of the argument.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Or madam, as the case may be.
Hello.
Hello. Let's go to next. Gotta have some names up here on the screen. We can't, go if we don't have the names. Ed in Tampa. Ed, you're on the air, WFLA. Hello, Ed.
Oh, is that Bob? Listen, on this Honduras thing, this is an excellent time for people who are thinking people to do something about this kind of stuff for now and the future. Are you familiar with movements in the area regarding tax revolt in the local area here?
No, I'm not. I don't know what that has to do with starting a war in Nicaragua.
Well, it takes money for any president to do this kind of thing, right? I mean, to send troops here, there, or whatever takes money. Now, Reagan is spending a lot of money in this country on the defense.
Oh, hey, man, this is the same tired old liberal crap. You're trying to reason with people. Forget it, Ed. The only way they're going to catch on is 10 years from now when there are 50 or 60 or 70 or 80 or 100,000 cardboard boxes lined up there with their boys in them. And it's high time to get over this liberal crap and trying to reason with people, trying to deal with facts and logic. Bull. They want a war. They want to spill their own kids' blood. Ed, help them.
In other words, I see what you're doing on today's show. In other words, you're using reverse logic, etc. And so
Bull, Ed. I'm damn serious.
No, but
I am tired of talking.
My point is this, Bob. There are, to my knowledge, a lot of movements in this country to just simply quit paying taxes by the average person. I mean, forget the fact that the big money makers, the corporations.
I'm not interested in talking about taxes, Ed. You go to jail when you don't pay your taxes. Has nothing to do with this. Go get a sign and maybe some flowers and march up and down in front of the federal building. It'll be just as effective.
Well, I mean, you don't think that talking like we're talking here with a lot of people...
No, it's a waste of time. 7 years of talking, 7 years of trying to reason with people. People want to send their kids? Help them, Ed. Help them. Write your congressmen, just put in great big red letters on the back of a postcard, war! And send it to him.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand your logic, what you're doing on today's show. I can understand it, Bob. It's a good idea. I'm just trying to add one other means of getting people to think about what's happening. This president and various other presidents have done.
Well, you're wasting your time and you're wasting your breath, Ed. Merle in Tampa, you're on the air, WFLA. Just chickened out and hung up, too. I tell you, you gutless wonders. Boy, here I am trying to help you start a war.
Hey, you fat pig,
hello?
you're gonna go
Hello? Something's wrong with that line, too. Monty in St. Petersburg. Monty, you're on the air, WFLA.
Well, let me tell you, I have an 18-year-old son, and I think that where they proceed much further, we're going to head north into Canada. I'm just sick and tired of what this fat old man up there in Washington is doing down in Nicaragua. I just think it's terrible, and I just don't want my son involved in this thing. Thank you.
Well, let's go next to Kevin in Tampa. Kevin, you're on the air, WFLA.
Yeah, Bob, you're talking about St. Patrick's Day.
No, I wasn't talking. I wasn't talking about St. Patrick's Day. I guess that stopped him dead. Off we go to Sam. Make that Amy in Clearwater. Amy, you're on the air, WFLA.
Yeah. I just want to agree with you 100%. It's like, because we got a lot of equipment that we got to, get checked out, and the Soviets want to know what we have, we want to know what they have, so why not kill a couple men, right?
That's right.
Just blow them all away. It's great. And how you're saying you're too old and fat and everything, to go down there. Why are you making such a joke about it? This is serious stuff. We got to find out what we have.
Oh, I'm very serious, Amy. Right. I'm very serious. You got some friends?
Yeah.
Oh, great. You don't mind wasting time.
Proposal I think we should do? You know what the first proposal I'm on you?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Bob in Pinellas Park, you're on the air, WFLA.
You Sandinista, you.
Mm-hmm. Boy, here I am trying to help him out. I swear, people are just so ungrateful. What about some... I think I'd ask for some suggestions as to how you would handle this great cause in Nicaragua. Some things that you would do if you had, lots of stars and braid on your shoulders and things like that. 1240 the you're on the air.
Bob?
Yep.
Listen, Bob, I don't understand why you're being irresponsible in your opinions here. Why are you trying to get everyone inflamed and upset?
I'm not trying to get people inflamed and upset. I'm trying to whip them into a war frenzy.
Well, what's the difference?
What's the difference?
Yeah.
Well, one's patriotic.
Pardon me?
One's patriotic.
Oh, I see. We do this in the name of patriotism.
That's right, Dan.
Uh-huh. How about we do it because we're upset about the situation down there as far as being a threat to us?
Any reason you want to use, Dan. Let's just start it. Let's get on the ball here. Let's start sending those troops. Sending down those tanks, bombing those places. Come on, hurry up. Let's get it over with, huh?
No, I don't agree with that at all. That's what I'm trying to say. So you're
lily-livered liberal?
No, I'm not a liberal. No, I'm not a conservative. I'm a person who tries to
Dan, the fact of the matter is the Pentagon has said, the administration has said, the Contras don't stand a chance in hell. So, if it's going to be done, it's going to have to be done with U.S. blood. And I think we ought to start getting it over with.
Right now?
Right now.
Well, let's just nuke them then, huh?
Oh, okay. That'd be great, Dan. Is that what you'd like to do?
You know that's not what I'd like to do.
Well, then tell me what you want to do. I'm not a mind reader, Dan.
Well, sir, what I would like to do is to have an agreeable solution to this, whereas both parties can live their lives and stay in their country, and we stay in our country.
Uh-huh.
Well, how do you go about doing that? See, everyone's always got problems, but no one has answers.
Well, the administration is perfectly willing to have a peaceful agreement just so long as the Sandinistas give up and leave the country.
Well, see, sir, you were trying to refer to them as not a communist regime. I think
I said they're not. I beg your pardon. They are not a Marxist-Leninist regime.
Well, where do you draw the delineation there? I don't understand.
I'm sorry, Dan. I went over the facts. If you again chose to put your fingers in your ear and not listen to them, I will never go over the facts again, Dan. I'm on your side now, my friend. I want to kill commies. I want to kill. Oh, kill.
What if we don't agree with those facts?
Kill.
No, sir. Our facts are not your facts.
Well, that's right, Dan, because you don't want to deal with the truth.
Well, now, see, what is the truth? That's a term that could be applied to anything, in your opinion.
Well, Dan, if you heard what I said, you heard what I said. If you didn't, it's too bad because I've said it for the last time.
Okay, thank you, Bob.
You're quite welcome. Ken on the air, WFLA.
Hey, you know what it all means, Mr. Lester?
I beg your pardon?
Do you know what it all means?
I can't understand you.
Oh, sorry. Do you know what it all means?
What all means?
The war. Hey, stupid.
I'm not in the mood for esoteric conversations, boy, so get on with it, or you are gone.
Oh, I'm gone then, because you're nothing.
Okay, you're gone. Then Jeff in Largo, you're on the air, WFLA. Hello, Jeff.
Hello, yes, Bob. Bob, I got a solution. If you give me stripes and I was able to make some decisions, here's what I'd like to do. If I seen that I had a man excited like you about going down to war, getting people killed, going ahead and let's follow through with this, I'd like to give you a gun to go ahead and get that war started.
Yeah.
That's my solution, Bob.
Okay, Jeff. Ralph, you're on the air, WFLA.
Yeah, Bob. If Daniel Ortega isn't a Marxist-Leninist...
I said he was. I said that he was.
Oh, okay,
didn't I?
Less than a minute ago, you said that they were. You said they were communists, but they weren't Marxist-Leninists.
Ralph, what I said was Nicaragua is not a Marxist-Leninist country.
Oh.
It may be led by a man who professes Marxism and Leninism, but it is not a Marxist-Leninist country.
Then what do you consider it to be?
I don't consider it to be anything, but I'm telling you what it isn't. I'm telling you what it isn't. It's anything you want it to be, Ralph.
And repressing them.
Great. If that's what you want to think, go for it, baby. Sign up.
Do you consider it to be a free place where people are allowed to express themselves?
Ralph, I don't consider it anything. All I want to do is help you guys start the war.
I haven't
I've given up.
That I would like to start a war.
I've given up, Ralph. I don't care what it is. It doesn't make any difference to me. What the truth is, what the facts are, no longer matter. I want war.
Why do you want war?
Because it's the only way to get it through your thick head.
I haven't proclaimed that I think we should be invading Nicaragua or sending troops. I'm just asking you.
No, what you have proclaimed are facts that aren't true.
Such as?
That it's a Marxist-Leninist nation. Richie in Tampa, you're on the air, WFLA.
Yeah, Bob?
Yep.
Yeah, it sounds as if you're thoroughly concerned about the Honduras and Sandinista crisis that we're having right now.
Not in the least bit. I just want to get the war going.
Okay.
Not the least bit.
Then why did you dodge the draft?
I didn't.
I just heard you speaking with an elder person about where you dodged the draft.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
do you want to start the war in down there or not?
Yeah, I'd like to start the war.
Okay, well, tell me what you're going to do. Tell me what you're going to do.
How you draft Dodgers first.
Right.
Send all you draft Dodgers first.
Go for it. You can have the rest of the show. Just babble on, baby. Go for it.
That's okay, draft Dodger. Go for it yourself.
Some Matter of fact, I am not going to say anything but hello from now on. Ray, hello.
Hello.
Scott in St. Petersburg, hello.
Hey, Bob. I'm with you all the way. You know, let's ignore all the facts and start a war. Matter of fact, I think I have a solution. We can kill two birds with one stone. We'll nuke Nicaragua, and then we'll have a new Panama Canal right there.
George in St. Petersburg, hello. TJ in Clearwater, hello.
Hi, Bob. I'll tell you what, they're not going to get my son. What is the matter with those people calling up wanting a war? Are they stupid or what? Have they forgotten about Vietnam? What is wrong with those people? My God, what a bunch of idiots. They're ignoring all the facts. And what are we doing in that country to begin with? You're not going to...
Before me. Hey, Bob.
Ann in Tarpon Springs, hello.
Hello, Bob. How are you today? Sorry. Okay, Bob. I have something to say to you about the war that we are in. Okay, Bob. Are you there? Talk to me.
Raymond in St. Petersburg. Hello, Raymond.
Yes, I have an idea you might incorporate in your thinking today. If we're going to have a war down there, we ought to do it efficiently. That is, we ought to bring some of the sisters and daughters back in body bags. That is, the ones that can be found. Now, I suggest instead of sending the 82nd Airborne down there as it's now constituted, if they would take lighter weight women with light packs, they could put 5 women for every 3 men in the airplane and still have the same useful load. That's much more efficient. You know, if they're going to have a war and get people killed, just do it right.
Henry in St. Petersburg. Hello.
Hello. Did you talk to your father lately?
Bill in Tampa. Hello. Tom in Tampa. Hello. Let's see. No one there, so okay. Who's on line 3? Merle in Tampa, you're on the air.
Bob, I've got a simple solution. Why don't you just pipe your radio station show down there to the groups down there that are fighting? Maybe that'll help them do something. Thanks.
Henry in St. Petersburg, hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Bob?
You're on the air. Go ahead.
Great. Hello, how are you today? I hear you want to start a war. Are you there?
Go ahead.
Okay. We are already in the war as far as I'm concerned, but if we really want to get it heated up, we need to do something really imperative, which is, 1, get Mr. Ollie North out of this vacation he's on. Get him to back up his actions with some words with some action. Get him down there. Let him put his life on the line for what he believed in. Second of all, I don't believe that we should just send money to contra aid. We want to get up there now, show some force, regardless of whether or not it's right or wrong. We're really going to have to stand up now and say, no more crapping around. We're going to have to do it. I don't want a bomb dropped. I just think that we need to have some good old hand-to-hand combat. And I will go. I'm ready.
Thank you. Well, this is the score, boys and girls. Lassiter has blown a fuse today. Lassiter is disgusted at both sides in this ongoing Central America question.
Now, I know I'm bitterly disappointing the bleeding-heart liberals in the audience who look forward every day to Bob Lassiter coming on the air and leading the charge, saying all the right things, and putting down all of the Neanderthals. I know I've disappointed you so much today, but you've disappointed me, too. You've disappointed me because you do nothing but pay lip service to your cause. Nothing. You only become interested in it when it's in the headlines, when there's a vote for Contra aid, or when troops are sent to Honduras. Then, it's such a passionate, great issue. But the rest of the time, you're just like the other side. You're too damn busy with your own lives. You don't give a damn. And so 5, 6, 7, maybe 10 days a year when it's in the headlines, I'm really hot on this one. And I'm sick and tired of the name-calling on both sides. I'm sick and tired of answering the phone and hearing people say incredibly intelligent things like, well, I think the first thing we should do is send Ollie North down there. That is just as stupid as the first thing we should do is send Lassiter. Or drop a bomb on his penis. It's just as stupid. And I'm just as sick and tired of hearing it. And from this point on, I am neutral. I'm sick and tired of banging my head against the wall to find just the right words. And I'm also sick and tired of hearing my words being parroted back to me when I punch up a phone line. Just as sick and tired of the whole damn thing. Nothing could please me more at this point in the game. Nothing could please me more at this point in the game than for things to wildly escalate in Central America. For there to be hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of U.S. troops sent there. Nothing could please me more. Because then, when I started shipping them back home in cardboard boxes, you'd start taking the damn thing seriously. And maybe then, when it's your kid, or your nephew, or your next-door neighbor, or your grandkid, or maybe even you, then you'd start taking it seriously. Maybe. Maybe then you'd stop getting involved in the stupid rhetoric and the name-calling. Maybe. Because you deceived me. Probably because I thought that maybe you really cared. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do today. Like I said, I'm withdrawing from it. I've done dozens of shows on this. I trust this will be the last one. Until they start coming home in boxes again, then I'll remind you. So for the remainder of this program, pro or con, in favor, not in favor, I don't care. You get yourselves up to 3 minutes to state your case. In favor of it, against it, I don't care. You will get no response from me one way or the other. Let's make that real clear right now. I mean, don't even bother to ask me how I am. I'll put you on the air, say, hi, you're on the air at WFLA, and then you have up to 3 minutes to state whatever you want to state. But don't even ask me how I am. And don't expect any response from me, and don't try to ask me any questions. You can use your 3 minutes for anything. Anything you want. In Hillsborough, the number is...
Send you to Russia, and then you won't have to think anymore, and that will solve one of your biggest problems.
One line available to Steve in Clearwater. You're on the air at WFLA, Steve.
Yes, this is to all those happy-go-lucky warmongers out there. I was thinking of Tom Lehrer, my favorite political satirist, and I'd like to just phrase one of his wonderful songs, because he once said that we've written folk songs about previous wars. We better write some songs about World War III before it comes up. So long, Mom. I'm off to drop the bomb, so don't wait up for me. Although you may swelter down there in your shelter, you can see me on your TV. Remember, Mommy, I'm off to get a commie, so send me a salami and try to live somehow. I'll be with you when the war is over, an hour and a half from now. And that's it, boys and girls. See you later.
Jack in Tampa, you're on the air at WFLA. Hello, Jack. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, let's get us up a gang and go down there and fire on and kill them all. Take what's ours, Panama Canal, teach them what freedom is. Hey, they've been doing wrong down there, and they need to be taught a lesson. That's what I think.
9352461 WFLA.
Y que mi mamá me pinga, coño, tu madre, hijo puta, cingao.
Hey, this is what's going on. I have reached a point where I frankly just don't give a damn anymore. I'm telling you as sincerely as I know how to say it. And if I've ever meant anything, I promise you, I mean what I'm about to say. At this point in the game, I don't think there's anything better that could possibly happen to this country to wake it up than to get involved in a long, prolonged, miserable, bloody military adventure in Central America. Because it is becoming apparent to me that aside from the Neanderthal right in this country that likes to say clever things like, hey, you mess with the best and you take the rest, or other such stupid things, that the so-called liberal side of the question is doing nothing more than paying it lip service. And I guess I'm just a little bit sick and tired of it. And there will be no further cheerleading from me. Because I don't believe you. I just don't believe you anymore. And maybe if some liberal sons and daughters and some conservative sons and daughters were wasted needlessly in Central America, maybe 15 or 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 years down the road when the same thing comes by again, maybe the next time, people will take this seriously. So what I'm doing this afternoon, up until the 3 o'clock hour, at 3:05, by the way, my guest will be Rob Owen. You remember him? Almost looked as cute as Colonel North. Well, in any event, for at least this remaining hour, I will give you 3 minutes, pro or con, to state your case. 3 minutes or less. Take your choice. Do not bother to ask me questions. Don't even bother to ask me how I'm feeling. I will simply put you on the air. You will have your say, one way or the other. Because I'm not overly impressed with what I hear from either side. Not overly impressed at all. The lines are full for the moment.